welcome to your messages for the week. These are your messages for the week starting Sunday, the 14th of April, 2024. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Deborah Jane Sutton, and you can find out more about me from my website at deborahjanesutton.com and also from this YouTube channel. So please have a good browse around because there's lots of things on here, different sections related to healing and raising your frequency and expanding into higher levels of consciousness at this time of the Great Awakening. So have a good look around. I do want to mention, obviously, the messages for April, because we are now coming up to halfway through April. So I'll put a link in the description and the video in the end screen to those messages for you if you haven't already seen them. And also I want to mention my Learn to Read Tarot course. So I did one last winter over Christmas, and I really enjoyed it, and there was really good feedback from it. And I had some people ask if I'm doing another one. So I thought, okay, I'll put it out there. I mentioned it and I've had a lovely response. So I've now set the date for it. So if you want to learn to read tarot, my course is an online course, and it's starting, excuse me, on Monday, the 20th of May at 7 p.m. Spanish time, which of course is 6 p.m. GMT, and it will be lunchtime in America. So ish, depending where in America you are. But it's going to be 4 sessions, 4 weekly sessions, all at that time on a Monday, consecutive weeks. Each session will be about 2.5 hours, could be a little bit more because I talk a lot, right? It's very intensive. There is homework. We will be covering spreads and shuffles and the minor arcana, of course, the major arcana. We will be covering the basic traditional original meanings within each tarot card, as well as my personal interpretations. And but my biggest passion is helping you tap into your own intuition so that you can create your own unique interpretations of the cards yourself. And one of the reasons that stopped me from offering these courses before was because I see tarot very much as an intuitive thing. And I'm like, there are basic meanings, obviously, within tarot, but how you interpret that is up to your intuition. So really, it's about helping people heighten their intuition. And then I thought, well, hang on a minute. That's one of the things I do when I teach the sway testing, the muscle testing, and the emotion code. So there's a lot of me helping you and encouraging you to tap into your own intuition and to use the tarot for your own gifts to help bring out the you that you came here to be, rather than, teaching you how to read tarot like I do, because obviously, everybody's unique. So it's really important to get that uniqueness part of it in there so that you can read tarot in your own unique way. So yeah, the course is starting on the 20th of May. Get in touch. The best way to get in touch, because I'm developing an email group, and I'm going to be sending the information and all the materials and the resources and everything else out by email. So if you are interested in joining that course, then please message me, send me a message through my website at deborahjanesutton.com. There's a link in the description. Send me a message through the website. That way I get your email address, and I will put your email address into the email group, and I will be sending that out with all the information that you need. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Yeah, I really am. So is there anything else I want to say? Not at the moment. Let's see what comes up, shall we? Okay, do we have any guidance? Thank you. When I'm ready, the cards are ready. Did you see that? Okay, anything else anything else? Take a deep breath and activate your own intuition. Thank you. Anything else? Any heads up for the coming week or whenever you're watching this? These messages are often timeless. You know that the right message will come to you at the right time for the right reasons. Oh, thank you. How many was there? Oh, brilliant. Oh, and a clarifier. Thank you very much. Let's stop there, otherwise we'll be here all day. For those of you new to my channel, welcome. They're face down. That's what I want to say. They're face down. I'm a little bit weird like that. They're face down, and I will just talk about them as I turn them. So let's see what's going on. What a beautiful start. So this is an abundance card. Pentacles are typically career, finance, and business. For me, my interpretation is abundance activity, because we understand that we are creating our reality through our frequency and not through our bank account. Our frequency is the most important thing. So I call our activities abundance activities. Some of our abundance activities are what raises our frequency, and some of them bring in money, and some of them don't bring in money, and some of them cost us money, right? The things that you do that make you feel good. So you could be an artist who sells their paintings and makes lots of money, or you could be an artist that's doing it just to enjoy. The same with, I don't know, music. You could play music to raise your own frequency, or you could be playing music and getting paid for it, right? So it's not about whether you get paid for it or not. It's about an abundance activity, but it's a 10, which means there's a completion, which means that you are already tapping into it. You already know what it is. And look, it's creating an abundance for you for the whole family, because there's the old people, the children, there's the dogs, and there's the couple here. So you are already, oh, it's quite exciting, isn't it? This time of the Great Awakening. You already are tapping into your abundance activity. You're already doing it. You already, whether you might not know what it is, but you're already actively using it to raise your frequency. So you might just be going, I don't know, line dancing, right? And just for an hour a week, and you really, really, really enjoy it. And maybe that's where your divinity wants you to go, you know, to do it more often, become a teacher in it, or, you know, somehow, you know, or maybe you'll just meet people that are going to help you on your path. It's so gloriously mystical how the universe works, isn't it? But following that abundance activity is the most important thing to do, because this is such a wealthy card. It's a 10 of Pentacles. So if you are going to be focused on money, there is loads of money here, right? It's also the inheritance card. And I see your abundant, your divine abundance as being your birthright. It is like an inheritance. It's like it's there in existence for you, but you need to tap into it by following your heart, raising your frequency, expanding into higher levels of consciousness, and by doing what brings you joy, by doing your abundance activity, so that it creates more abundance. Because it's not just financial security that we want, of course, it's the abundance of joy, the abundance of health, the abundance of happiness, the abundance of love, the abundance of everything, you know. And I want to say the abundance of fulfillment, because I think that's kind of really important, isn't it? So it's all here for you. You just need to do more of it, I think. And also, because it's an inheritance card, it's a reminder that our resources can come to us from any direction. You know, we don't have to work hard to have everything that we need. It can come from, so there's a little message here about receiving, because I know a lot of people struggle with receiving. We're so caught up in the programming of being independent, and we have our ego is attached to the pride of being independent. And there's a difference between being independent and being sovereign. Being sovereign means that no one can govern you. Being independent can sometimes work against us. I mean, it's one of these things. It can have a flip side and a positive side, right? We don't want to be dependent on other people. But on the other hand, we don't want to block any receiving that is due to us. And the universe can send us resources, whether that be money, love, joy, all of these beautiful things that I include in abundance. The universe can send abundance to us through other people and through other channels. It doesn't all have to come from our own action, if that makes sense. So I think there's a really important lesson there to open up to receiving, because there's an abundance of, which is your birthright. But we need to open up to it. I am ready and willing to receive my divine abundance. There's a beautiful affirmation for you. I am ready and willing to receive my divine abundance. So don't be surprised if your neighbor comes round with, I don't know, a package or something for you, or, comes round offering you something. Some people are going to offer you things, and, it's the universe. What do they say? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. It could be something small, it could be something big, but ultimately it's the universe, isn't it, providing for you. So yeah, interesting one. And this is beautiful. It's a major arcana. It's a temperance card. There's emotional fulfillment going on here. And this card is about seeds already having been planted, which is what's going on here, because you can't have a 10 of Pentacles if you haven't already been through the Pentacles, right? So this is why I'm saying your abundance activity, the activity that's going to bring you your divine abundance, you are already doing it on some level. But you might not be aware that it's where your financial security and your love and joy and total fulfillment is going to come from. You might be doing it as a hobby. You might just be doing it occasionally when you have enough time, money, and energy, those things. Because this card is saying the seeds have been planted. So you already know which way your soul wants to go. Oh, yeah. That's really, yeah. You already know which way your soul wants to go. You know it, whether you know it consciously or whether it's your heart that's just beginning to go, oh my God, maybe I'm meant to be doing that. There is also a message of patience, because time is an illusion. We don't need to rush anything, right? So it's going to develop in its own way. It's not like you've got to sit there and work out, but what is it? What is it? What is my abundance activity and how can I do it? No, it will come with time, just with you loving you and being in the now moment. In fact, you loving you and being in the now moment will speed it up if you wanted to speed it up. Wow, this is beautiful. Look, we've got the Nine of Pentacles as well. I love the Nine of Pentacles. I call her Lady Muck because she's swanning around her garden. She's loving what she's wearing. She's got time, energy, and money, and she's playing with her animals in her garden. You can see that. She's loving the nature. And she's got these pentacles, which she is happy to invest. She's got these 3 pentacles, which she's keeping for herself. She's never going to be, out of pocket. She'll always have everything she needs, but she knows that she needs to invest this. This was last week's cards. You've got to speculate to accumulate. And she understands that. I'll put a link in the description to that as well, because I think the energy is obviously still relevant. It's still going on, isn't it? You've got to speculate to accumulate, because this is her investing her time, money, and energy. Because remember, Pentacles to me is time, money, and energy resources. It's not just money, is it? But she's investing it in her. So she's having weekends away. She's going on retreat, maybe. She could be investing it in a charity. She could be investing it in her abundance activity. Because a lot of abundance activities you might need to set up. If you want to read cards, you've got to buy the deck, right? If you want to play a musical instrument, you've got to buy it, right? And if you want to be an artist, you've got to buy the canvases, the easel and stuff. So she's investing in what brings her joy, and she's making sure her frequency is high at all times. So this could be donating to other people, because she's very wealthy and she is very independent and she's very sovereign. Okay, so she might be helping other people. She might be donating to other causes to help other people. So she might be one of the people that's offering to you, and you're being asked to open up to receiving. Okay, so she's a beautiful reminder of how I think we all want to live, don't you think? Let's have a look. Oh, this is beautiful because we've got the Page of Wands, who pages are all about messengers. They're messengers. They're all about messages coming in. And they're all about something new coming in. Wands are fire. So they are passionate. They represent physical action in the physical world. And he's saying, take new action. And pages are also opportunities and offers. So there are opportunities and offers this week coming up, or whatever time you're watching this, for you to take new action. Clearly, that new action is going to be on receiving. Yeah, I'm really getting this. Are you open to receiving? Are you open to receiving? Because there's going to be opportunities and offers for you to practice that receiving. And it's not just about receiving material goods. What about receiving compliments? What about receiving compliments? I remember finding it very difficult to receive compliments. I think a lot of people do. And it's a big step, I think, when you can actually turn around to somebody and accept a compliment and look them in the eyes and say, thank you. I think that's a really lovely message this week. If someone pays you a compliment, even if it's a backhanded compliment, a lot of people express themselves sarcastically, don't they? But however it comes, can you accept a compliment? And can you relax your body, look someone in the eye and say thank you from your heart? That's a big turning point. Wow. But on a physical level, on a physical action in the physical world level, or a material level, he's also about new action, which clearly is connected to your abundant activity. Whatever activity, it could be more than one, of course, whatever activities you do that raise your frequency. It could be going to a meditation group or meeting with like-minded friends. It could be partying, letting your hair down. I mean, whatever it is, it could be walking on your own in the mountains, whatever it is that raises your frequency. He's saying, take new action, do it more, or maybe expand it somehow. Okay, but there's definitely new action coming in, following your passions, of course, because wands are passion. So yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And here we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a major arcana card as well. And he's the teacher. He's the mentor. So there's always a message with this card about seek a mentor. That could be, online counselor, coach or something, someone like me. Or it could just be a video, My Lessons in Awakening. But it could just be reading a book, of course. Reading books on spiritual growth, they're mentors, aren't they? Our animals are mentors in a way, aren't they? Our partners are. But it is about finding a mentor and then becoming a mentor. And I think that's a really important point, because I think it's really important that we pass on what we've learned, which is why meeting with like-minded people is so valuable, because you can share your experiences, especially your awakening experiences, your spiritual experiences, because by sharing them, you're consolidating it and integrating it into the cells of your body. And it helps other people do the same. So becoming a mentor to other people by sharing what you've learned, I think is really valuable. So yeah, this is a card about becoming a mentor and and seeking a mentor and becoming a mentor. But also he is very much, because you can see the keys here, the keys to the secrets of the universe. He's very much my 7 Hermetic principle card as well, because he's a spiritual teacher, and the 7 Hermetic principles help us understand the laws of the universe. Because if we understand the laws of the universe and how the universe operates, then we can be far more conscious creators, can't we? If we know how we create our reality, we know then what to do in order to create a more preferable reality for ourselves and for the collective. So I find it crucial to understand this. It's like Nikola Tesla said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And the seven Hermetic principles do just that. I'll put a link in the description as well to a video that I did with the lovely Liz Nagle. We were discussing the seven Hermetic principles. But I will also put a link in to the Kybalion book, which is, it was written in 1908, I think, which is kind of the original text, or it comes from the original text. It's a lot more, it's a heavier going, but you know, it's the seven Hermetic principles, right? And it's kind of more original form, probably not the original form, of course, but a more original form. In my video with Liz, we're just kind of discussing our interpretations of it. So it's kind of like a beginner's guide, whereas the audio book, which is available on YouTube, link in the description, to the Kybalion, will be far deeper for those of you that want to dig deep into it. So yeah, he's a powerful card, and a lovely reminder to understand how the universe is created and how we are created, how we create our reality. That's a beautiful reminder. And I'll also put a link in because I do have a video called How We Create Our Own Reality. So I'll put a link into that as well. And the last card this week, although there is a clarifier here, is the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands, of course, comes after the Page of Wands. And this is the card in tarot that has the greatest capacity for change. And wands, of course, are passionate, fiery, bold, courageous, but it's come after him. So whatever this is, you know, when I said, you know, you might just enjoy line dancing and go for a once a week or something, you might meet somebody there that's going to change your life. You know, this is about taking smaller action. It's about taking more action opportunities come in. Don't say no. Ah, that's definitely a message, isn't it? Don't say no to the compliments. Don't say no to anything coming in. Don't say no to any opportunities to take more action in the direction of doing what you love. I want to say that again. Don't say no to any opportunities that come in for doing more of what you love, because when we understand doing what we love raises our frequency, and that's how we create a better world for ourselves, and that's how we align with our divinity. That's why he's come up, right? That's where the massive change happens. There is massive changes coming in, and it's all going to happen because you are bold enough and courageous enough to follow your passions and to raise your frequency. It will take you to another level of being. It will expand you into a higher level of consciousness where you will be able to create a more beautiful reality for yourself and for all of us as a collective. Oh, wow. So please do it. Please do what it is that you love a little bit more. That's what we're being asked to do this week, isn't it? I mean, horses are positive movement forward, and he's raring to go. Wow, wow, wow. It could be about joining my online tarot reading course. So please, check that out as well. The clarifying card is the Eight of Cups. So there's a little reminder here that we are doing that inner work. We've got that inner work going on, whereby when we're triggered outside, this is my understanding triggers card. So there might be things going on that are triggering you, in which case you need to go into your cave and just process those emotions, feel into them, own them, feel them, heal them, right? But also, this is a reminder that it's an emotional time. Look, this is the eclipse. It's the only card in tarot that has an eclipse on it. And we're still in the eclipse energy, of course. We're still very much in the eclipse energy. And the eclipse is bringing up all sorts of stuff, like from the past, and all sorts of stuff that's just wanting to be resolved. It's wanting to be acknowledged, recognized, appreciated, and processed. It wants to be transmuted from whatever lower frequencies are coming up, overwhelm, a bit of anxiety, sadness, grief. I mean, it can all come up, right? But we understand how that works now. There is nothing wrong. It's free energy healing. We're just going to go into our cave, feel into the emotion, and it will pass. and that will raise us. So yeah, we're still in the eclipse energy, and there are some emotions coming up. So have a good cry, have a good moan if you need to. It's fine, but do it from a higher level of consciousness. Do it from the space of love. Hold space for your human who's doing a grand job in this transition. So hold space for your human, love yourself, and allow yourself to process those emotions safely, and completely. And you will, that will take you to another level of being. So yeah, little reminder there as well that we can still navigate that, the densities of the physical world, but we can do it with love, ease, and grace. Well, I love you all. If you want a private reading, get in touch, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.